I stood in front of almost 300 people and confessed my love for you,
Mhm.
and played my trumpet and everything at my wedding. I showed my wife I love her. Every month I pay the mortgage. Every month I pay the light bill. Every month. So you should know I'm invested in us. So my tone is me caring about us. It's not demeaning to you and your feelings. It's more so about, look, if I'm invested in us, you got to know who you're in a relationship with. And so why should I have to sugarcoat my response because you gonna take it as if I'm attacking? I'm not attacking. I'm just getting straight to the point. Like, why must we go down the street, make a left, go down that street, look at the houses, get out the car, play with the dogs, then get back in the car, come around the corner just to get to where we're trying to go? No, how about this? I just go across the street. Like,
Because
I'm not
you
doing
don't
all that.
understand. Because what you don't understand is that you're invalidating
No,
how I feel. Yes, you
no,
are. Yes, you
no,
are. Yes, you
no,
are. You're
no,
not validating what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking at that moment. You're just like,
no.
brush it off. It's okay. It's good. No, but that's not what I'm feeling at that moment. So
But that's
just
not what I'm saying, though, L.
but that's how it's coming across. Again, see, that's what I'm saying. That's how it's coming
But again,
across.
that's how you feel, though. That's how you are receiving that information. So that's
That's
how you
because
feel.
you have a lack of understanding about where you are in your relationship. See, when you're secure in your relationship, you can hear certain things from your partner and say, "Oh, they love me enough to tell me the truth." What you're asking someone to do a lot of times is give me the truth, but give it to me like a feather. Okay, you ain't with a feathery person. You should
Wait,
know who you got with from
hold
the.
on, hold on. My late husband, 30 years, he never gave nothing like a feather.
And guess
He
what?
never
Y'all lasted
gave
30
nothing
years
like
before
a
his
feather.
passing.
You
But
know, I'm
but
starting to
but
think I'm the lucky one over here, single. And
Hey,
and
listen.
my goodness, this is what marriage life in my I'm good.
Take your time.
but
Take your time.
Tell him,
Y'all can't
Thomas.
hear me. I must be on mute. Take your time.
I hear you, man.
Right.
Geez, man, like this is intense. Like, really, this is kind of intense, man.
Yeah.
but
Tell him
again,
again. Hold on, L. Hold on, L. You got to hear this, L. L, you got
what?
to Thomas.
Oh,
Tell him why.
oh Lord Thomas. What Thomas?
It when it come to these feelings and stuff, I'll be honest with you. Half time, I ain't trying to hear all that. Depending on what it is and the significance of it. If I find it to be minute, I'm not really wanting to hear it. I'll listen. Um, but I think you have to, for me, it's certain battles that I'm willing to fight and willing to stand up and have a point and have a say. Half the time, stuff that's bothering me, I don't even bring it to the forefront because it's going to basically be drawn out, and it's a big misunderstanding, and be basically because of how I feel. And then at that point, well, no, that's not really what I'm doing. However, at the end of the day, I still feel a certain way about it, and you feel a certain way. We still have to be able to compromise and come to the middle on that. It's not always like that. It's not always cut and dry like that. But for me, nah, take your time, player. I say take your time.
Thanks. I think it's
Oh
important
man, okay.
to, like,
See,
any concern in general. I think it's important to address and show compassion for,
No,
whether if you're at work, like if you're at work, an employee comes to you with a concern.
right there. Talking, so
But
talking. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, look, I'm not choosing
John,
sides. I'm not choosing.
no.
Hello.
John is talking. It's not that. It's that you have more of
Was
an understanding. And you have more. And maybe when you've been married longer, maybe you'll get like these other ones here. But
No.
no,
no,
I'm not
if
Mm-mm.
you
choosing
saying
sides.
that, because
I'm
I
not
had to
choosing
say
sides.
my family, uh, I'm not putting you on anything. I'm just saying, based on the things that you're saying, there's more understanding, there's more patience there. And I think as women, we ask for that. Just don't be, because you don't want to be bothered. And that's telling a lot of men say, oh God, oh, here she go again. I don't want to talk about this today. And
Right.
then you guys just have the temperament where you just like put us off. And that's not, sometimes it's
Yeah.
okay, but it's not okay all the time.
Yeah, and I'm not choosing. I'm not
That's all
choosing
I'm
one
saying.
side or the other. I'm just like, the way I look at it is like I address it like if I'm like an employee were to come to me with a concern, no matter how big or small that concern is, I'm going to show compassion for that concern first and foremost, because it's something that bothered you. And if it's something that bothered you enough for you to address it with me, then it was obviously significant or important. So I think the showing compassion part is important. But then kind of, I think, Kevin, you mentioned earlier, like on the other end of that, like some things are, like are specifically like self-brought, like if you, like, to Dr. Fight, you mentioned like being at a restaurant. If like I've been in that picture, I've been at a restaurant and it's like the server's kind of rude, she got an attitude. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, like it's just one of, like, some things like you just feel that that's the way you feel about it, and like we might not feel the same way, but it's always important for us to address that with you first and foremost. Like, like, hey, it's a concern you have, we got to address it. But at the same as that time, sometimes like it's something that is resonating within yourself, and we don't always agree with that. um, and like it's important for women to know that, a man, like, just because we don't agree with it doesn't mean we're not being compassionate about it. It's just we're giving our opinion as well, and we're just kind of stating how we feel about it. So that's just, it's on a fence. You gotta show compassion, and at the same time, the ladies have to have an understanding. If the answer is not what they want to hear, or the reaction is not what they want to hear, they have to be able to show compassion for that answer as well. So
Good luck. Because no, seriously, because and what you, like you said, I mean, if, like you said, her having compassion for that and understanding, like, look, this really isn't that big to me. I'm not gonna say that hasn't happened in my relationship. However, 9 times out of 10, that hasn't always been the case. And even I've heard of people being accused, oh, you like her more than me. Wait a minute, later, I'm here with you. What are you talking about?
yeah.
And it's the simple fact that you don't validate it or necessarily agree. That means, oh, you're not on my side, and it's nowhere near. It's not you picking sides, but more so just truthfully, you don't care. It doesn't on your scale of 1 to 10, it's a 1, and on hers it's an 8. You just like, look, okay, I get it. You upset. So what are we gonna do about it? What can we change? And the answer
That's
is
you showing
nothing.
compassion about it. That's you. That's good. Like
Yeah, but they don't like that.
Yeah,
They don't
but
like that. 'cause
no.
this women
They
try
want
get
you to
the
be
center.
fired up just like they fired up.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no.
no, that's
Mm-mm.
yeah, that's going to
Right.
yeah.
And that's
You can't add fuel to the fire.
my
You
point
can't.
exactly.
So
It's a cycle. I refuse. I read this book, and me and my wife, our goal is if somebody is out of line, and that's me included, guess what? We can't both keep doing the same thing and fueling that wheel and just steady have it spinning. Somebody got to get off and try to get this thing to slow down. And that's what I tend to do when things like that are out, because man, I ain't got time to be dealing with all this craziness. Now, if I'm mad and well, I see that you're upset, and then it fuels over to where when I'm in agreement with you, okay, cool. But if it's not something, and I guess that's also situation to situation. But 9 times out of 10, hey baby, how are you? We don't have to do that. Hey, no, I'm not doing that. I'm only adding gas to it if I need, to spice things up.
it's important to
Why so
choose battle.
loud? Because I'm on the phone.
Yeah, it's important for men to choose their battles, and it's important for women to understand that we're choosing our battles. Like, some things just aren't going to be, worth, as you mentioned, turning up for, and some things are absolutely worth, like, not compromising
Okay.
for. So it's very important, I think, to choose your battles.
And also, like you said, choosing your battles, it's important for the women to choose their battles too. Like, so if I'm not turning up for you on this issue, like, you got to decide, is this really an issue that I need you to turn up for, or is there more pressing issues that I need you to turn up for in another situation? So you got to pick and choose your battles there too. So people have to pick and choose their battles. I definitely agree with that, Josh.
Appreciate it.
I agree with that. Okay, I agree with that.
I'm wondering if you took your medicine today.
Ha 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 ha.
Because
That's the old saying. you behave when you have company. So I'm behaving because I have company. My grandmother and my mother said, there's a time you show your, there's a time you behave. So I'm behaving today.
So the following week we gonna get I don't know what.
Not necessarily. Somebody else on them. Oh,
Somebody just cut that.
okay.
I think you guys are frozen. You guys are frozen on
My
my
bad.
end, so that might be.
No, somebody's cut their cap. No, he's back. No, Dr. Fight, I'm listening because you have some reasonable, sensible people on today. So I can hear what they said. I can listen. Sometimes, Dr. Fight, sometimes you're not just but I'm trying to behave. That's what it is.
No, you ain't gotta behave for me. It's okay.
But sometimes,
Be who you are. Stop faking the phone. Be who you are.
I trust me. I am. I'm just being a better version of myself today. But I'm always me.
Dr. Fight, what was rule number one? What was rule number one?
Stop capping.
Oh man, look. So
no, honestly, I don't agree. I don't disagree with anything that he's saying when he talking. Men stepping up when they need to. I mean, there was times that my late husband would do that too, or when I went off, he would just let me go off. He's like, you done now? Oh, okay, yeah. And then there were times when
that's my favorite.
And there were times when he said, "Hold on, I got it." And anytime when he said, "Oh, I got it," hey, I knew when to step back. I was like, "Okay, yeah, go ahead, handle that. Go ahead, do that." But up more times than not, he would say, "Oh, she got it. I'm gonna let her go ahead and do her thing." Yeah. But one thing is, I would say as a woman, I said, I love it when a man says, "You know what? I'm gonna let just you be you, just be you." And I don't like to use the phrase because a lot of women say, "What do you mean when you said your man just let you be you?" And I don't mean to say it like that, but he just accepted me and allowed me to be me. Whenever I wanted to be crazy, he said, "Go ahead on." He said, "I know when she gonna stop." And then there was other times he's like, "Nope, this gonna look too far. Somebody may have gone," and then he'll jump in and do his manly thing. I was cool with that.
Manly thing.
Yeah, we come in and say, "You know what? Hold on, this is my wife. You're not gonna say X, Y, and so and so." So as they say, what they say, I know when to step back a little bit. Go ahead on, and then when it got too much, then they were trying to, maybe like do, get too much with him. Then we're going side by side with each other. Then we together. Otherwise, I'm doing mine, or he do his, or if I need to step up, then it's side by side.
Okay, so let me ask you a question based off of that scenario. This is the question I want to ask you. I'm asking you. Is it a requirement that your man fight for you?
Ooh. In certain situations, yes. In certain situations, yes.
What's
Yeah.
a certain
A certain
situation?
situation be say, I'm getting into I'm having an argument with a male, and so if my man right there, yeah, I'm gonna expect you to intervene, I'm gonna expect you to intervene, at some point, yeah. And then if you don't, we're gonna have a problem when we get home or get in the car, whichever one is closest.
But why are you arguing in the first place with this man? What'd he do to you?
It could have been, the man could have maybe made a rude comment or whatever, or maybe you cut me a line or anything, and I could have said something, and you got nasty and rude with me. So I'm gonna respond back. I'm not that woman. Sometimes, very seldom though, do I let things go. But if you say something out of pocket to me, I'm going, yeah. Sometimes I let it go, but I said that's very seldom, But
never.
But if you're a man and you calling me out my name, say you call me a nigger or whatever, you're a different race. Then I'm letting you have it, and I'm sure my man is with me. So excuse me, we both gonna be on you together. So that's how that's gonna roll.
So Josh and Kevin, y'all hear this. You hear L say you gotta be willing to fight for your woman. Are y'all willing to fight?
I
Go
think
ahead, Josh.
so. I think I speak for most men when I say it's important to stand up for your woman. Otherwise, you're not. I don't think you'll be getting any on the regular. I'm just gonna throw that out. Like, I'm just throwing it out there. I think, whatever it is y'all are arguing about, I think natural